Can we skip the... Hold on, can we skip the... We can't. Okay, that's... We can! Can I just say that I fucking love my comment section? Because I didn't get the ID. Well, I got the ID through the comment section. I didn't come up with it myself, but as we figured out, when you die in an area and continue, the size randomization is reset. So I can do Agrabah. I've been able to do Agrabah all along. I just didn't figure it out on my own. And the game is crashing. I will be able to do Agrabah. And afterwards, we will be able to also go through Halloween Town before we have to go back to Neverland, which will give us at least like level 35, right? Let me boot up the game again. Okay, I've got some bad news. The game just doesn't like me going into that map anymore for some godforsaken reason. Let me try again, I guess, but otherwise, we had a plan. Had. Past tense being the operative word there. Okay, so my next attempt involves going to Agra. I'm sorry, what? I don't have the randomizer installed. Going to Agra without the randomizer installed, which obviously means that we do need to do the gun route stuff, and then going to the other save point in the desert, saving there. Might as well actually go to Aladdin's house right away, right? Because I don't think it gives me any items by just doing that, and it does have a save point. Yeah, that probably is a much better idea. Okay, maybe not. Maybe what we do, just maybe what we do, instead, at this point I'm not even trying to figure out how to make the randomizer work, I'm trying to make, well, the randomizer work. So what we do is we go back to the title screen, right? Bear with me here, we go back to the title screen. Because when we're back at the title screen, I'm not going to cut this out because this is actually, this might be interesting to some people, it probably won't be, but it's filling up airtime and that's what I care about because this video is late as is. Because I'll get into what I've been up to today in a moment, but right here we can type reload into the randomizer. Then we can go back to loading a game. We can go to Agrabah, right? We can save there. Then we can go back to the title screen again, load that save, go into the desert, save there, go back to the title screen again, and from there, hopefully not crash the game when we go into the, what is this area, the plaza? I probably shouldn't even have tried. Yeah, definitely shouldn't even have tried. If it's the plaza itself, that is the issue. This will not work. Worst case scenario, we do this exact same strategy, but just go straight into Aladdin's house, like I said we could do a while ago to just like prevent the issue I had. Which means that we could have done this weeks ago. As a matter of fact, let's just do that. Unless the game still crashes. The game doesn't still crash. Okay, at least that is good. I still have Super Glide. I like that. So let's just go straight into this map. We know it would be possible, so I don't feel as bad about cheating my way inside this way. I don't think we get any items or anything. We don't. So we can just go in here. We can save. We can have a voice crack, because I've been talking to people a lot today. We can go to the title screen. And we can reload the randomizer and we'll finally be fucking inside Aladdin's house. So the original idea was that going into the map where you usually go into Aladdin's house, where we were too big, if I died there, we could have respawned at our unrandomized size and just gone in that way. So it is possible within the randomizer itself to go into Aladdin's house. I didn't actually cheat anything here. I was just walking around. Oh, we have items. I was just walking around the game crashing. And we have MP haste, sure. And we have Smasher. We certainly do. Okay, I've been talking to a lot of people today because I was inquiring some opinions. Because I've been looking into like upgrading my screen for a while, and I'm happy to say that this is the last Kingdom Hearts video that's being recorded. This might be the last Kingdom Hearts video that's being recorded, for fuck's sake. This thing is not very stable for some reason today. It might be one of the last Kingdom Hearts videos recorded in 1080p, or on a 1080p screen at least, because I finally pulled the trigger and got myself a 4K monitor. And mostly because of the color accuracy issues I have with my current monitor, with like the new work I've picked up over the last couple of weeks. I need more color accuracy on my screen because I need to do a lot more color correction. I swear to God, if you crash it, at least you don't crash in Neverland. We'll not be doing Agrabah today, apparently. The more color accuracy is very, very much needed there. So I ended up pulling the trigger on buying a new monitor, and I figured if I'm upset because the game just crashed again. How about I just like boot up Kingdom Hearts 2 and we beat Final Xemnas? Does that sound good? Sounds good to me. Sounds really, really good to me. So I have no idea where I left off in my commentary. Because of issues. I'm recording for 15 minutes. Oh my God, we never completed the game. Yeah, because this game also was not very stable. The PC ports of Kingdom Hearts just fucking suck, is the thing. So, how about we boot up Kingdom Hearts 3 and defeat Final Xehanort? Oh my God, this episode is a fucking mess. I love it. This is the fucking worst. I could have also gone with the data fights, but frankly, I'm not in shape to do those. I haven't practiced any of them in a while. I might be able to do like Luxord, or what is another easy one? I think Vanitas is pretty easy in this game, but I'm not doing that. I'm just going to beat through Final Xehanort to just have an easy video here. Because have you seen this video so far? It's been a fucking mess. Anyway, so I pulled the trigger on a 4K monitor with better color accuracy for my work, and it wasn't even that expensive because a proper. Oh yeah, I've got this mod installed as well. For fuck's sake. I forgot about that. I entirely forgot about that. Oh my God. The big spoon as well. Oh, that's some good shit. Let's see. I have every single keyblade in the game, I think, right? I don't have Ultima Weapon, never mind. I have Oathkeeper and Oblivion, surely I do not. I have one of them, I'm sure of that. I have Oblivion, I'm pretty sure. I'm supposed to have it anyway. But doesn't look like I do. That might be on a different save file then. That is definitely on a different save file because I cheated them in. Anyway, so this will be the last video recorded on this monitor. Well, I'll still be using this monitor. I'll just be like using it as a third monitor or a secondary monitor because I have two right now. It'll be 3 starting tomorrow. And my main monitor will be 4K finally in 2021. And only now am I upgrading to 4K. This might sound stupid because frankly it is. The main reason I decided to upgrade right now has partly to do with the fact that I need the better color accuracy for work that I'm doing for new clients, because I haven't done any work on like self-recorded footage. Like I've been using a lot of stock footage and things like that, and animated footage, but not like footage that people film with their own cameras and people suck with filming. So I have to color correct it myself. In like years, honestly. Other than my own material, which I know how it's filmed, so I know how to work with. and with a lot of guesstimation, I can work with that. So I really just needed better hardware. But the reason something doesn't seem right here. There is something weird going on there. I have instant kill turned on. That's for one. But the reason I pulled that trigger is also because I've been running into memory issues with, just in general, clearly. Have you seen this video? With my computer, I've got 32 gigs of RAM, and I just figured that's not enough anymore. So I went ahead and bought a set of 64 gigs. Can I turn off my... I think it might literally be impossible for me to die. Yeah, it's more or less impossible for me to die. Okay, this is going to be real quick. We're going to go through this with, like, I don't know. We might go do some data fights after all. So I'm going to have 64 gigs of RAM starting tomorrow as well, with room to upgrade to 128 in the future, would I need it, which I might. So that's good stuff. For games that will benefit from it in any sort of way, I might also upload videos in 4K because of that. Because my graphics card definitely can handle most games. Not too modern games, but like Kingdom Hearts 3, for instance, I could definitely run this game in 4K on my current graphics card. I just don't have the monitor for it. So if I ever were to do more Kingdom Hearts 3 content, it would be in 4K. I don't play a lot of like modern games that would take a lot of advantage of that kind of resolution. So most of my videos will still be stuck at 1080. But I know this is probably very entertaining to watch. It's not. Can we skip the... Hold on. Can we skip the... We can't. Okay, that's... We can! We can skip the anti-Sora part with that cheat on. That's really cool. So yeah, videos might... Like, some videos might be 4K going forward. Because my PC definitely... I can edit the video. I can record the video. I can play the game. I just don't have the screen to do it. So... That's that. I guess that's all the updates out of the way. That took me 20 minutes to talk about. I don't know how long the video is, but in real time, I've been recording for 20 fucking minutes. So, that's something at least. Oh, yeah. I'm not playing on PS4. I'm really annoyed. I get why they didn't do it to a certain extent. But on the PS4, when you play this, the Donald and Goofy voices come out of your PS4 controller, and I think that's the neatest fucking thing in the universe, aside from Sora's outfit in this cutscene here. And the fact that he's holding a giant spoon. I'm using a PS4 controller on PC, and I am sure, I wouldn't exactly know how, but I'm sure that you can recognize that in Unreal. I'd have to look into how to do it, but I'm sure you can recognize that in Unreal Engine. And as a result, like, just make a thing like, if you see PS4 controller, play through that audio. Maybe it's not possible because of the way like audio interfacing works on like PC with audio outputs and that kind of stuff, and the PS4. Maybe it's just like on a hardware level, either way too tricky to be worth it or just not possible. That's actually probably fairly reasonable. That might just be it. That's probably just it, as a matter of fact. Yeah, okay, I've decided that's it. Doesn't still make a lot of sense because a PS4 at this point... Consoles at this point are just PCs, but worse. Talking about which, I've actually started learning... if you've been in my Discord, you've seen this already. I've started learning Unreal Engine 4 to make games and stuff in it, which is what a game engine is often used for. That being said, though, Unreal is used for a lot more than just developing games. I don't need to save that because did you see that? Unreal is used for a lot more. It's used for like Disney uses it a lot on shows like The Mandalorian, famously. for pretty much a replacement for green screening, which works way better with reflections and stuff like that. I don't know. I think it's called volume casting or something like that. They call it. It's used for like VR related stuff that's not gaming related. It's used for a lot. When you open like a new project, it gives you quite a few options of what you want to do. I guess we'll be going here and fighting some data fights. So I've been learning that, and it's been a lot of fun, but it's also meant that a lot of my other things that I've been doing have kind of like taken a bit of a backseat, such as recording videos in advance, which I haven't done for months. But I've had the opportunity to over the last couple of days, and I just didn't, because every free time I've had has gone into like fucking around with Unreal Engine, which has been a lot of fun. I've made a like exactly this actually. Well, not exactly this. I didn't make this. That would be insane if I did this in a couple of days. But I made a jumping physics. Well, I didn't make the physics engine, but I made a jumping system where you have double jumps and like variable amount of double jump. All that kind of good stuff. I just need to introduce a wall jump into it, and I've got my platformer gimmicks all ready to get going. That being said, who am I going to fight here? I don't want to fight Vanitas, because Vanitas is difficult. Well, he's not difficult, but he requires focus, and yeah, I know. Dark Riku is probably not too bad. Dark Riku is probably fine. So, going forward, since this is clearly the last episode of Kingdom Hearts 1 Randomizer, because we are not even playing Kingdom Hearts 1 anymore. Okay, focus here for a moment. This is clearly the end of the Kingdom Hearts 1 Randomizer, at least for the time being, right? And I said I was going to do a Kingdom Hearts 2 Randomizer immediately after. And while that is the case, I also remember having some difficulty setting up the Kingdom Hearts 2 randomizers in the past. Because it's like patching the ISO, and it's been a while. Let's just say that, right? It's been a while since I've done any of that. You know what? You can go fuck yourself. Like, really, go fuck yourself, please. Yeah, you're hard for darkness. We get it. So I'm not going to immediately go into that, because that would mean that I have to like just set up that ISO and test everything tonight or tomorrow in order for that to work by Friday. So what I'm going to do is I still have like 3 videos of me just not being able to beat Sans, which I didn't upload back when I was uploading the Undertale Let's Play, because the Undertale Let's Play was performing very, very poorly. And I figured, you know what, if you guys aren't interested, I'm not going to upload it. And to a certain extent, I probably should still do that. But the difference is between like me not uploading anything for a week or me uploading that for a week. So I'm going to post those last few videos on that. So I have a little bit more time to work that out. I might also start uploading the Hollow Knight stream VODs as a Let's Play to like just for a little while to do some other things instead of just Kingdom Hearts. While I love Kingdom Hearts, don't get me wrong, it's nice to also just be able to do some other things every now and then, right? You know what? I should probably finish. This is probably going to miss, isn't it? It does not miss. Doesn't deal a lot of damage, but it did not miss. I fucking love the Oblivion Keyblade. Have I mentioned that? Oblivion is fucking amazing, and I love it to death. Oathkeeper is much better to do this with, though. I say while using the Ultima weapon, so... Ultimate form, also really fucking good. So let's use that. I'm also done with you, because you are about to die. This was not that difficult at all. I hardly focused on the fight. I didn't focus on my commissary one as much as I would have liked, but for a data fight, this went remarkably well. So we got a power weight. Very nice for a situation where I can't use it against anything other than data fights or fucking Yuzora. But I'm not going to fight Yuzora because that fight sucks. I guess Youngzay and all. I like how the game doesn't even try to give him like a canonical, interesting name. People just started calling him Young Xehanort, and Nomura was like, yeah, that's what he's called. Sure, Nomura. He does tend to do that quite a lot, though. And in that regard, he is very much the opposite of another Japanese creator that I both love and hate, and that is Akira Toriyama. Because he's like, yeah, you guys might create like these stupid-ass names, but I create my own stupid-ass names. I'm by no means saying that, that either the fan names for Dragon Ball or the official names are really good. I'm just going to go into this round for a little bit. People, me included, at first, kind of lost their mind at the stupidity of Vegeta's new transformation being called Ultra Ego, because that is a stupid name. Especially as compared to Ultra Instinct, which sounds just very badass and is nowhere near as stupid. But it's not like Big Bang Attack sounds that like. It sounded cool when we were like 11, and now we have nostalgia for it, so it still sounds kind of cool. But Big Bang Attack is also and Final Flash. Those are also very bad names. Those are not very cool or good names at fucking all. Like, not even close. So don't get upset at Ultra Ego of all things. If anything, at least there's some kind of thematical consistency between names there. Because we have Ultra Instinct, and then what is the opposite of Instinct would be Ego. And to a certain extent, that does make sense. Xehanort, you are being a bit of a bitch. Could you please cut it out? I don't know. Did I give myself like infinite strength ups or something like that? Because I'm dealing way too much damage against all of these bosses. And it's really fucking confusing. I don't mind it, but I feel like I'm not beating you fairly. Which again, I don't mind, because you're a bitch-ass fight. But I feel like I should be dealing more damage and getting damaged more. I feel like I might have maxed out my stats in order to maybe at some point try my hand at Yuzora again. And then I never did. And now I'm just fighting young Xehanort and absolutely demolishing him. For no... Oh, I also got shot locks. I forgot that this game had shot locks. I honestly did. Oh, that's great. I can't use it at this phase because he keeps teleporting the fuck around. So can I please attack this dude? There we go, we beat him. I think we can do one more. What time is that? It's gonna be a little tight for like being able to actually upload the video on time, but it'll be fine, I'm having fun. I was gonna say, if you also crash, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. Let's see. I want to see my stats. Yeah. Yeah. Those seem very maxed out. That feels very maxed out. Okay. Maybe we do Marluxia. Probably. Marluxia and Kingdom Hearts 2 is a very not bad fight. It's a difficult fight. Not at level 99 though. I don't think. Oh yeah. Well. I forgot about that as well. Marluxia also has a big spoon. I did not unload the mods, clearly. I mean, if it wasn't obvious from Sora's weird-ass jacket and the fact that Sora had a big spoon instead of the Kingdom Key in my main save file, yeah, I have some mods installed, clearly. I think I probably still have some of the Luxord mods installed as well. At least one of them, the card mods. I wonder which one. Which is the last one I did? I think the last one I did might have been Yu-Gi-Oh cards? I don't remember. I probably should look into some Kingdom Hearts 3 mods as well. It's been a while since I've done so. Maybe there's some interesting fights, or mods. I'm doing an interesting fight. It would be an interesting fight if anything was happening. There's probably some more interesting mods now, right? Because when I did those multiple lights, which those actually performed on average fairly well. Some of them are still performing very well, especially the one on the Kingdom Hearts 3, but it's on the Switch, which, yeah, is very clickbaity. And it's worked because it's actually gaining a fair amount of views. Its retention is atrocious, don't get me wrong, but it's doing well as far as views go. Which, that's not all that matters, but it's definitely, like, some importance there, right? I remember this being easier. You know what? We're just gonna finish. We wouldn't need finishing anyway, and this will probably get through most. I was gonna say all of the armor, and then I saw it wasn't dealing nearly as much damage as I would have hoped. So, we can dispel, so we don't die. And we can start over from scratch. Go into dark form. We're almost halfway through Malusha's HP bar. I don't have to pay attention to anything because these are the easy fights where your max HP is just your max HP and that doesn't get cut in half randomly or reset to 1, because that's fucking great, isn't it? I've said this before. And I might end up like eating my words on this to a certain extent. I like the gimmick with Xion. Xion being able to take Sora's max HP away makes sense from a storytelling canonical perspective. Master Xehanort, he has the key Kai X-Blade. Of course he can do that. It's the most powerful weapon in the universe. At least in this universe. We have no idea what Quadratum might have as far as battle weaponry goes. So that makes a certain amount of sense, right? It's literally the most powerful thing in the universe. Of course you can do that. I was kind of hoping that I would avoid the last minute DM, but I kind of wasted my finisher there. Yuzora? Yuzora presumably is a Sora variant. And that's why he can do that. I still think it's kind of bullshit. Until we get any lore implication that makes sense as to why he's able to do this. We're going to lose this, by the way, in the last minute. Unless we're not. There we go. So yeah, I don't quite like the fact that Yuzora does it. And does it so much and with so much more power as well. On top of that, Yuzora himself just like it's I hate the fight. It's a fight that's designed not to be won. And while Lingering Will definitely also is a fight that's not designed to be won, Yuzora takes it to an whole other level. And a level that I'm not willing to practice for. The main difference might be the amount of time that I'm willing to spend into the fight, because I put a lot of time into the Lingering Will fight before I was ever able to finish that. And it's a difficult ass fight. But Yuzora is just... Yeah, maybe it's just the fact that I don't fancy putting like close to 100 hours, it probably was a little less than that, into fighting a single boss anymore, because I have a life. But you know what? It doesn't matter. This is the end of the Kingdom Hearts 1 randomizer, since we're in Kingdom Hearts 3 now, which doesn't have a randomizer, I don't think. So we're going to have a little bit of Undertale content going forward that might be followed up by a little bit of Hollow Knight content. May or may not do that, I don't know. And then we'll probably go back to Kingdom Hearts 2. Well, honestly, it depends on what I feel like and like how those last Undertale videos and Hollow Knight videos do. Because the views on these Kingdom Hearts videos also have been steadily decreasing, so maybe I just want to pivot away from those to a certain extent as well. But that's something. If you want to hear more in-depth thoughts about that, I have membership videos for that once a month, talking about analytics and strategies and stuff. So go pay me money to see those.